hood. Shout out to the new subscribers, man. I had to jump on this side over here. I was over at my other little joint. We chopping it up on the whole little Assyrian jump over here in the Royal Hood, God by Supernatural Healing. Yo, we getting it in, man. Y'all see the title. I had to jump in on this. I usually don't say nothing about stuff like this, but you know, we got to because I see a few coons out here just chopping it up, man, talking shit. I'm just like, have you not learned? And I'm not here validating or, you know, saying that things should be, you know, what it is as far as like dealing with that case. That Carmelo Anthony case. First and foremost, man, check this out. We got the banana with all the dang spots. And I must be like, oh man, don't eat the banana with the spots and stuff. Oh well, whatever. We eat these shits. You can have. Not super ripe, but ripe enough. Love is nothing. And we was getting along fine in Amaru eating bananas and all that shit before immigrants came. I mean that in a good way. We're gonna get to it, Jay. On like hot butter, popcorn. Shout out to the family, son. Real good banana, boy. That mother is fulfilling. You know they always talk shit about a nigga eating a banana. Monkey. Another gaslight tactic. Monkey. You ain't got nothing positive to say? Athletic monkey? No. It's crazy, man, because people call you what they probably think they are about themselves. Something else, man. That case is a very intricate case because it's been set up in front of us, man, for a reason. The whole little, the science of just like people saying that, you know, he was over, that the boy, Carmelo, he premeditated the murder. He premeditated coming to school, and he shouldn't have been over in the stuff, and all of these different things, man. And it's like, hold up, wait a minute. Something ain't adding up around these spots. So you got to do the knowledge, man. This case, man, is an intricate case because it's starting to it's getting our attention off of a lot of things. I haven't really been following the news and the media, but I have seen a couple things where a couple prominent so-called conscious woke folk was talking about it. Hey, what's happening, Sophia? What's happening? I hope it says Sophia. I hope I said it right. Hey. You know, we're building about this case. Some people are probably going to gaslight some things over here about this case, but it's something. I'm doing well. Peace, Anthony. I'm doing well. You know, I'm sitting outside getting some sun. Just ate a big juicy banana. I'm about to eat another one. So, but I used a hoop before though. You know what I'm saying? To keep it cool. All right. Keep you nice and bright. You know what I mean? So, but hey, what's happening? Silly? You said silly? How old am I, Sophia? I am 45. 45 years old. 45, man. Hey, Anthony. How you doing, Anthony? Capo, did I say it right? I hope I said it right, y'all. This is the Royal Hood, our Royal Spiritual Hood over here, man. How was your Easter? You know what? It was a Sabbath for me, so it was pretty peace. The town was busy, so a lot of people, you know, they were out and about. For myself, I enjoyed it. You know, it was pretty cool. I knew that rabbits don't lay eggs. Unless he got down with a chicken somewhere and we ain't know nothing about it. Them rabbits came out like, oh buddy. It's like, hey, you sure can, Anthony, it's cool. Hope everything is all right, man. We get a little deep over here, you know. I put the title up just to, you know, talk about this little case, man. I want to make sure we keep the live going because I'm way out here in the Pacific. And just see what I'm looking at. This is in front of me, you know. So, trying to keep this Wi-Fi joint. But I was going to touch in on this case because it's an intricate one. For those who are like woke and kind of know what know what's going on. I done seen some woke people talking about, you know, the boy premeditated the murder and he went over to the tent and all this. If we knew about this this case, and I had to look into it a little bit more, and I'm like, okay, hold up. I think the boy was given permission a little bit to go to the tent. I think it was a little cold or rainy or something was going on, and so the boy was over there. Even though with the whole night situation, I kind of didn't condone that, but it's from behind the scenes that we don't know nothing about, even if it's orchestrated or even if it's just, you know, a person who know of these boys who were probably bullying them. Now you got to understand, the boy that kind of was on the victim was like 200 and some pounds. So if you're like, and the one who did the whole thing is like, you know, 130 something pounds. So I don't condone a lot of this stuff, but it's meant to be talked about right now to kind of get our mind off of what's going on behind the scenes in the world or in America. And when they put a hate crime and all of this, and I can't say the word racist because, you know, the suffix of the word racist or ist is something that's being studied. Like if you're a journalist or something that you do, like if you journal, then you're a journalist. You know what I'm saying? Use a social, then you can be a socialist. You know, it's certain things they got going on. So with racist, it's like, you know, I don't like to look at that whole little thing, but it's a history that went on in America that went down. We don't know the science behind the elite situation, but when I see a lot of woke people who so-called to be woke as commenting and saying that the boy is an evil kid and the brother, you know, able to get all this flack, it seems like they just follow what they see. You know what I'm saying? It seems like they just follow what they see, you know what I'm saying? And so, or what they hear, and they think that that's really important. You know, like, okay, now we just roll with the punches instead of just having their own thought. And if they're having an opinion, they can have an opinion. But when you see something that's dealing with facts, you can kind of fill in the blanks. If you was a child coming up in the era that you were, and you had to go to school, and you had some bullies, and you coming up in the hood, and these niggas, man, these mothers, you know, they may be two brothers. It depends. Bullies can come in all forms. You know, and so you can have you have to go do some type of shit, sporting event. Before you know it, these brothers probably brung something, told you foully how to get away and move out of our area. Who told you to be over here? And they're gaslighting and projecting a lot of shit to you. Even though you probably had a run-in with these people before, you probably know how they are. And so for someone to come with a gun, like, or not with a weapon, we have to look at it. It's like when it gets to this point, a boy may be so egotistical that he may not want to tell his parents. He may think his parents won't understand. You know, this is where then gangs come in at. When mothers tell their homies, the next thing you know, the homies come to the school. That's how we had to deal with it. Texas was a little different in that area, you know. But in the inner city with the youth, that happens all the damn time. Whether it's at basketball games or basketball players that were star players that got killed by gangbangers or some whatever. It could be, it's all kind of stuff. So when I see so-called woke people talking, man, it gets a little disappointing about the situation, because it's like, I'm not disappointed, but it can be disappointing because we're not looking at it from a whole perspective. Like if you had a child that maybe wasn't telling you what's going on in school. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you had a guy was 200 some pounds on you, a linebacker or something, or they played football and you may think they can whoop your ass or something. You know what I'm saying? Anybody will pull out something or bring something, but we don't know if this case was set up. But when I see conscious people talking about it, I just be like, that really is like, you know, and then talking down on it. Because I hear Charleston White. You see the title. If you came on here and you got the title, and you know what we're talking about, that's what it is. Hey, all right, Sophie. Bye. I say, bye. I say see you later, because, you know, you can't stay away, so you be like, see you later. You know what I'm saying? Bye is something else. Hey, what's happening? So, so you got to understand, you know, as a parent, sometimes you got to read your child too. Like, if you can see his body language, what's going on, man? What's happening in school? You see, that's the disconnect we got in the home with the children. We don't know how to talk to our child, or our child don't know how to approach the parent. This boy was a teenager, or well, I don't know if he's a grown person or not, but when people point the finger like that, especially woke individuals, this just goes to show that I know you haven't raised a child from when it came out the womb all the way up until they graduated from high school. So it graduated. You know what I'm saying? He or she. I know you haven't. You know, it's a lot of things you got to go through. You got to go through a whole bunch of things, man. You got to go through bullies. You got to go through. If your child eat a certain way, they may get bullied for eating a certain way. If your child's vegetarian and the whole school is meat and carnivore, motherfuckers, your child can get bullied for that. So you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Hey. So you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So this is why you don't speak on it in the area if you haven't had children, to be able to say, okay, I understand. I understand. You can't understand if you ain't got no child and you haven't raised a child up all the way until it got grown. You don't know what the fuck is on the boy mind. And that's, you can see there's a disconnect with the parent and the child, because she couldn't, or the parent's not reading the child's energy, or at least the child is like can hide it a little bit better. I can pick up on my child. Sometimes I was disappointed that my child's mother probably didn't pick up on things, or she just picked up on it and just let it slide. But myself, I pick up on things. So it's a certain way you handle it without making the child or the youth feel like they're finna snitch, or that they're showing any type of fear, because they're coming at an age when you're 17, 18, 19. This is when they take your ass off the war to kill motherfuckers in generations prior. So you definitely not trying to show being no punk. They sign you up for the army to do that shit. So it's like this is a parenting issue at home on both ends. Do you know your child was at school bullying a motherfucker? You didn't know that, huh? Or do you know your child was at school was a known bully, but when you come home, he's the nicest motherfucker to you? Yeah, it's narcissistic personality disorder. Dealing with the cluster B. This is what we're dealing with, G. It's serious. It's psychology, and we're ignoring that. Yeah, man. It's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that we don't know nothing about. It could be secret conspiracy shit or whatever. But when I see a woke motherfucker talking about it, I don't even call Charleston White woke. He just here, they just using that nigga, man, for anything. You know, for just doing whatever. We know the type of character you are, so I'm not really worried about that. I like when you say certain things, it's cool, but I'm not going to judge this man with his parents or what this person could have done, and this, that, and the third, because when you're dealing with cluster B personality disorder, in the hood, we know it's only a fight or flight response. Nigga, you either going to stay or you going to go. You going to stay and play, or you going to take your ball and leave, man, once you get called out. You going to stay, y'all going to continue capping on each other and having fun, and you going to get your feelings hurt, and you going to leave and take your ball, man. Which one is it going to be? Because we in it with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because it goes down like that, G. That's what I'm saying. A lot of individuals, man, if they haven't raised their children in a so-called conscious manner, in an enlightened manner, then and they never really had, you know, there'll be viewers later. Just don't worry about it. It's all right. It's getting put out there. Don't feel bad. Feel glad. It's only meant for a certain few. I'm not meant for everybody. So anyhow. You know, so when you just deal with this type of shit, these type of things, when men haven't really had a functional relationship with another person, even if they really truly tried to have the baby, I'm talking about sometimes shit don't work. But at the same time, as a man, you can kind of make it work a little bit, even if the child support is involved. You can go and live your life. They can't control you all the way. This is enough to be like, let's try to get you, you know? So, but yeah, with this though, I really pick up on it where it's like, you know, I'm coming at these so-called conscious mugs, because you must be a toxic crusader because you want people to like you, and that's dealing with cluster B personality, man. We need quality, and we don't need quantity right here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to you, silly illies or whatever I say. I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to, you know, individuals who may look later, you know, in the game. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that, you know, when you get to a certain point in development, you know, as having a family, and you kind of can see these things, you done been years in with your family, you'll notice if there's a connect with the youth and the adults, or if it's not. So it's hard to comment on something if it's like, yo, because you're commenting from an uncle perspective. You know, when you go with uncle, everybody can have fun with uncle, because uncle do anything. It don't even listen to mama like that. Or your daddy. It's like uncle can treat you to all kind of stuff, you know? So yeah, man, this is a very intricate case, and we don't know if it's a conspiracy case or not, but the thing is though, is that you have to listen to the youth, you know? And how can you do that if you're not around youth? If you haven't been around them like constantly? Youth is the seeds, they're the best part. You can do only so much on videos, projection, Instagram to people and let them catch on. But when youth is actually living amongst you, they can see you, they can see how you live, what's right, but they can actually see you, not just on the videos that you do. They like see you. Then that's when they measure things. You know, this is what youth do. You know, they know what path to go then. They can measure about which way they can go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But the Charleston Wright situation, yeah, man, I really not. This 2 cents. They must pay this man for 2 cents of describing our culture and breaking it down with the cluster B personality disorder. I mean, like really gaslighting and idolizing our culture and devaluing it at the same daggone time. And this is what he's known to do in these interviews, and it's called cluster B personality disorder. We're calling you out on your shit, man. I just diagnosed the whole shit right there. It's called cluster B personality disorder. Charleston White has it. A lot of individuals have it. We only have traits, but a lot of them is pathological. When you give them an opportunity to express themselves, you'll see what part of the cluster B personality they coming out with. Whether you could be a histrionic, whether you be a sociopath, whether you be a borderline, a highly sexual motherfucker, or you could just be a hermit, just sitting back, doing nothing, whatever. Some are cerebral narcs. They can't get no power you, which is prison. So they want to control your mind now. Some don't have a good mind. So they have the physical. So they want to control you in the flesh, the physical wise. You know? So yeah, when you're dealing with people like that, man, this histrionic, because he's a histrionic. Histrionic's a little bit more flashy now. You get a little couple dollars in your pocket. You want to tell everybody and diagnose everybody. But in real life, you're not able to fit to diagnose nobody. Because at the same time, you're giving your rights up, which is your spiritual rights up to these people through the form of Kearns and Wade, just to shit on your people, G. You know better than the rest. You ain't coming here trying to better us, man. You know what I'm saying? We already know what the problem is. You can't tell us we already know. Some of us are so embarrassed, we don't even know how to express it. Well, now we got someone we can express the shit now. It's cluster B personality, man. And we all have traits and we add it. And you have to sit down with yourself to master yourself so we won't be able to continue to be the big eye little you amongst people, man. This is what it is. You got a boy going to school, he has to take a blade to school. He randomly point somebody out. Sometimes that happens. It happened a lot against our people. We know that. And even we did it amongst our people because we had cluster B personality. We got to call our own shits out. A lot of us don't want to call their own shit out. They don't want to be like, yeah, that's my shit. Nah, man, we got to call it everything out. That's the only way you're going to heal. And we ain't going to heal with these old false prophets, funny ass toxic crusaders talking about our culture and talking about what a nigga is and what a nigga ain't and why we got niggas on there. Do I cheat? Baby, do you hear me? Do I cheat? Like, nigga, we don't care. You still jack off in the closet somewhere. We don't care. You probably eat fucking swine. I don't care. You're not able to speak for me, man. And a devil can tell you the truth. Shit. We don't care about that. Satan can tell your ass the truth. So go on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about individuals, the mortal form of them coming in and trying to gaslight and bring our culture down when we're trying to build ourselves up in the face of these ones, in the face of the world, man. We should be bigging it up. And we don't know what happened, so we should find a way to defend something. Even a lawyer, if a motherfucker know you're wrong, would defend you. Shit, man. I'm not saying to defend someone because we know we're supposed to have morals and cultures and virtue and values, but let's not act like we didn't get POW'd and shit. Prisoners of war, getting our whole plantation, our lands separated and shit like that, man. Let's not act like that ain't happening. That now we're going to work and shit like that. Don't say like it was a choice because you out here getting shit given to you too. These niggas, man. And only a narcissist can really respect another narcissist. It's like status. So when somebody asks him about when young Pharaoh, he got a lot of good stuff to say about him. Let's see what young Pharaoh said about you. I had the clip out. Pharaoh be like, man, fuck that nigga. That nigga is this, that, and the third. He's scared. He's all this. He's a pedophile. Yeah, nigga. You can't go without having sex. I can't even fuck with you. This season, we can't mess with you. If you can't go without having sex, we can't mess with you. Because we know the truth comes out in prison. And I ain't even been in prison. I'm just saying, though. It comes out up in there. Why? Because you're in your lower vibratory self. If he's either gonna go spiritual and not bang with mugs, or you're gonna go and try to take somebody's masculinity and bang them. Some dumb shit. That's lower than the animal. Animals really don't do that shit. So if this man already was a pedophile and did some shit like that, we can't listen to no type of motherfucker until you redeem yourself, man. We don't care about nothing or no opinion. That's all it is. You sticking the pin in the head of a motherfucker, trying to give him your thoughts and shit. And what you think about things, like you the master of all I survey and holier than thou, nigga. You ain't holier than shit at all. And we don't give a damn this season, man. This season, chosen one's up. You don't have to speak for us no more. Oh, as a matter of fact, you gonna speak for them. You can be with you. You do what you do. We gonna do what we do, and we gonna keep it moving. And you ain't coming to where the fuck we at. All of them. Anybody in their world still bigging up shit. We ain't fucking with none of y'all, man. You gonna have to raise up in vibration and frequency to even have a conversation with a nigga at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't care at all. And you shouldn't even care about what another man thinks anyways, and what another man is doing. You know what I mean? At this point, we're always fucked up. So we should at least have some type of form of empathy, because that's when it's like, okay, have empathy for both sides. Because we don't know what happened on both sides. Ain't nobody innocent too tough in this world unless the Most High show it. A lot of shit been going down, P. A lot of murders, deaths, kills, and everything, man. Molestations and all of this shit, man. We can't let shit ride, and especially if you've been told, if you say you've been if I find out, nigga, you a pedophile, nigga, or you was a fucking what you call it, nigga, get your tongue like it already, man. The angels are swift. I don't care, and if you even think something wrong about a nigga, man, in this world, it's the rap. Hey, ain't got no time for this shit no more, P. We ain't got no time for no fake niggas, no fake conscious motherfuckers. If you ain't eating right and your ass ain't on no semi-retention celibacy, raising the light of the whole tribe, nigga, we ain't fucking with you, man. I don't care for what you know. You ain't gonna know everything. You ain't gonna get the right downloads. You only gonna get so far. The new niggas are gonna have all the downloads, so it's like, fuck you. We don't need you. Go over there with them. Go continue having sex with them, doing them, whatever the fuck you doing, G. We healing over here. We getting the tribe up, back to the top. I don't give a fuck what you say. And most likely gonna send them angels on your ass too, man. You think it's shit's a game, G. Think it again, man. So yeah, man. With that being said, man, for both sides of the fence, it's unfortunate. But what has to be addressed is this situation. In this case, is a cluster B personality disorder. This is a psychological case. And if we had true lawyers, like true people who's upholding truth, they will look at it like such. They won't look at it in a form of like a person just came in. You gotta watch what triggered, what's the motive, and all of this. Detectives don't even do the shit. Don't even detect no more. Like, where the detectives at? This is open and shut case type shit. Just like with meth in Hawaii type shit. Open and shut case. Just go find the motherfucker who bought. Open and shut. You can find a nigga who's selling a dub, nigga, and you sentence that nigga for selling a dub, but you can't find the motherfucker who's selling ice on a fentanyl and shit. You can't find that. All that shit, G. Everything is coming to an end. You know what I'm saying? They're mad at weed. Weed's gonna be abundant. You're mad at fruits and veggies and berries. It's gonna be abundant. You're gonna be hunter-gathering around this place no more. Shout out to We Know the Truth, because that's Life Family, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who's jumping shit from culture, from our culture, I don't care if you're Deion Sanders selling your baby to the NFL. I don't care, man. You jump ship, you stay over there. All right? We stay over there. When you see us juking, being what we normally do, dancing, having fun. I don't even eat fish, but we're gonna have fish fries, I'm pretty sure, because everybody ain't gonna be super vegetarians at that point. We're having fish fries and all of that shit, and you know, chilling. Don't come over to you ain't coming to the barbecue, man. You ain't coming to none of our shit. I'm telling you. You gonna see too, man. And y'all gonna stay your ass over there. You can talk shit all you want to. Oh, they won't even let us over there. Them niggas. Yeah, whatever. You ain't put in the work, man. Just gaslight and project and made this minor. He's a minor, even though he did a grown-up crime. You want to make the minor feel like he wasn't shit. The mother could probably kill himself. I know people went to prison killing people, and they end up killing themselves later on and shit, because they couldn't put up with certain things. He's already gonna answer for it. What the hell you gotta gaslight and project something to him? He might have probably even watched all your videos. And he probably made you, he probably thought you just hate white folks. He's like, nigga, what would Charleston White do? Seem like the nigga what going from shit like that. See what I'm saying? It's just real, Chief. We ain't got time to be playing, man. So just get out their world, let them false, fake woke folk sit on the side. These are the type of motherfuckers that's gonna be taking information and regurgitating it from certain woke white folk. And there's some white folk that's woke, and because they can't stand it. They like the truth too. It ain't like they don't like the truth. Some of them actually care. And those are the ones that's linking with us. And we don't link with them. It's only gonna be a few of these motherfuckers, because they can add on like that. We keep the Taiwans or Thailands, because they cook real good and they cool and calm and collected. A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna be up on that shit no more. I'm telling you, man. We don't keep the feel with these old cluster B personality disorder motherfuckers. This big eye little you, this old little I gotta have you for status, and you gotta do these things, you gotta talk to you just for this. You know, they gotta have you for status and primary supply and all of this shit. Nah. It's most high overall, motherfucker. You can say most high over everything, but most high overall, dude. That's what it's gonna be. If anything coming with a doctrine or anything else outside of that, it's not safe. And they can profess it, but your heart's gonna be able to see it. And it's gonna, you know what I mean? Because once you start, you know, refining yourself, you're gonna see spiritually. You're gonna see through these old false prophets, these old fake ass Marcus Garveys, these old fake ass more Noble Drew Ali's. We ain't never seen this nigga nowhere before. This nigga all over the hoods now. Shit. We didn't even see Farad Muhammad. We don't even know what this nigga look like. We just see pictures of that nigga like this. And mug shots and shit like. And 3 different types. Man, we don't want to see all that. How come we couldn't just see you? That we ain't got time to be believing in no mystery gods in no form of fashion. I take your lessons. We master your lessons intuitively. I don't care what you say, man. You know what I'm saying? That's because we got people. That's why. So, with that being said, that was my little take on that whole little situation. They can hate what I say. It don't matter. It's an opinion. You're mad. Them motherfuckers be mad because it triggers somebody, and it's like the fight or flight response and shit. It's supposed to be. You have fight or flight response. It's supposed to be, motherfucker. Go look it up. ICD-9, ICD-10. That's what you got. You got a fight or flight response. You got triggered and shit instead of mastering your emotions by eating the right foods. If you're eating the wrong foods, then guess what? You got fear and all that shit in you, right? Because you got parasites. You ain't refining yourself. A lot of shit is like that. Let's not act like this ain't for real, because this shit's real. We know that there is parasites and things, and that it causes and influence people to do certain things when they link them up to certain spirits, man. Let's not act like this ain't true. All right? So yeah, man. Fake wolf folk. We ain't fucking with you. We ain't fucking with you. Any of those them big eye little yous, we ain't fucking with you. You're not eating them fruits. You're not trying to master yourself, which is knowledge your own understanding, not trying to master somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Mastering your own desires, your appetites, your sexual desires and needs, not trying to molest other individuals and shit. Be codependent onto them or show your codependency by just in the form of just like, hey, what's up? Like you just cool, but you really a vampire. You're like, hey, you gotta touch all of the motherfucking that shit. You can't stand 6 feet away. You be like this, motherfucker, boundary, motherfucker be like, that's how you know you want to hurt a motherfucker. They know they always trying to come to you, like, they be like, what the fuck you do? Fuck away from me, dog. I told y'all. Didn't I tell you that? See? Trigger the narcissist. What they gonna do? Fight you because you said, no, don't sit next to me. That's what we're gonna do with the government of America. Like, I don't want you. Fuck with you. You're like, no, what you gonna do? You gonna fight me because I told you? Don't fuck with me, huh? See, this is why we ain't supposed to be together too tough anyway until we heal. Some of our people, because there's a lot of shit going on in the world. Let's not act like it ain't. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta go through a healing process. And now I can sit back, relax. All you gotta do is cultivate your happiness, everything will be smooth. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole thing. The fake woke folk. Oh, you're getting exposed. It's a great conjunction happening, man. We already know your karmic justice is coming out there. I don't give a fuck who you think you're working for. It ain't the Most High. It's tight on your ass, man. Tight on your ass. Alright, I built you. Shout out to my Mississippian culture. You already know it's the true culture, the oldest culture in the world, man. It went all the way around the world, teaching the star alignments. Alright, with Osiris, the true. That's right. Shout out to the Royal Hood. This is Mundras. You know, I already know. Put them together. Balance your energies. I love y'all. Peace.